Yo, it's Allon and welcome to Sports Talk. And on this my YouTube channel, I'll be talking about my favorite sports: cricket, football, which is also known as soccer in the United States, the NFL, and wrestling. Those are my favorite sports. Those are the sports I like to talk about. And I also have a blog which I'm going to be list in the description to see if you can check it out and see if you like it, man. Because I really have a passion for sports, and I think this is the best way to go about it. But recently, the NFL playoffs, that's what's really hot. So let's just get into it. The NFL playoffs, the wildcard weekend just wrapped up. Well, not really just wrapped up. I know I'm a bit late, so that's what I'm here to talk about. So it started off with the Rams at the Panthers, and man, that was a really good game. I really thought that coming into this game, I really thought that the Panthers had no shot, but I had to, rewind the clock. Remember what happened in week 13 when they got that come behind win against the Rams. But this game was a really good game, man. It was the first time the Panthers had won the NFC South, first time since 2015, and man, the game was a really good game. And Cam Newton came out, he was in attendance, and he got the drum beating, the keep pounding drum, man. Things were really good, man. And man, the NFL league, the NFL is really full of craziness. And the first, but the Panthers, they really could have won this game, but they made some crucial mistakes. But starting off with the game, the first drive, they went on it from their own 45-yard line. Yes, I guess starting off aggressive. I guess first playoff game in Carolina in what, 10 years. I get going for it, but sometimes you really gotta get into the game and get stuff going. But they turned it over on downs, and Puka Nacua, he got a strike in the end zone, and Bryce Young, he made another mistake. He got intercepted, which led to another catch for Puka, and they got rolling. The game was 14-17 in the Rams' favor. And then they also kicked a field goal, 17-7 lead, and it was a really back and forth game. And the Rams, they also made some tough mistakes too. They also went for it, and they also failed. And going to halftime, the Panthers were able to get back a score. I think Bryce Young ran it in, and it was 17-14 going into halftime. So some big mistakes by both teams in the first half, but man, the third quarter, not much. But Stafford threw another pick at the end of the going into the fourth. Yeah, and the Panthers were able to capitalize on that with a TD run for Chuba Hubbard, and the Panthers took their first lead of the game. And man, watching that game, man, I was like, oh man. The Panthers really have a chance to get it done here. But the fourth quarter was really wild. It was really frantic, and the Panthers and the Rams exchanging drives. And man, with 2:39 left of the game, man, Matthew Stafford showed why he is a league MVP candidate, man. I think it was a back shoulder pass to Colby Parkinson. Man, when I saw that, man, I was like, wow. And then the Rams were able to seal it there. The Bears and Packers game, man. Oh, I'm not sure, man. There's so many things to say. This really showed why. This game really showed why the NFL is so crazy, man. Because it was literally a tale of two halves. In the first half, the Packers, they walked all over the Bears in Soldier Field, man. They dominated all fields of the game, but that was also attributed to Chicago making some not so smart decisions, and some interceptions by Caleb. Going on a fourth down, which wasn't the best thing to do, man. But going into the half, that game was really like a microcosm of how things would go, like a prediction. Brandon McManus, man. Missed a field goal, could have made it 24-3, and in the third quarter, man, things another interception for Caleb and just made things even look more bleak for the Bears fans. But the Packers, they weren't able to capitalize on that mistake, and McManus missed another kick, and then the fourth quarter came and just it's like the floodgates just opened and everything collapsed for the Packers from there on out, man. Oh man, I mean they were, but you know, when it looked like the game would get out of their hands, Mikey Golden had a great touchdown catch and run, man. It was a breaking tackles and going straight in the end zone, but it didn't do much to deter the Bears, man. They had two great touchdown drives and one for a 2-point conversion, and then oh man, it's got to be frustrating for Packers fans, man. Like everything seems to go wrong in the fourth quarter. You think to the Seattle NFC Championship game, when if one play just goes their way, they win. But man, the Packers didn't allow a touchdown until the fourth quarter. 25 fourth quarter points. Man, it's just got to be devastating, man. The Packers fans, I really feel for them. It looks like everything went downhill since Micah Parsons tore his ACL in that Denver game. Man, but you know, a lot of Packers fans might blame Coach Matt LaFleur or for not getting the right adjustments, not doing the right things as a head coach, which is very understandable. You could also blame Brandon McManus, 2 missed field goals and an extra point. That's 7 points off the board. Yeah, and as it's going to be a long off season for the Packers fans, but congrats to the Bears, man. They continue to show that they are the comeback kids for this 2025-26 NFL season. The first game of the Sunday playoff games, the Bills and Jaguars. That's a really exciting game, man. That was a really good game. But this game reinforced to me why I believe Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. Why he's the league MVP, man. Because this performance was a big virtuoso performance from him, man. He really put the team on his back. You know, he really did, man. He really got beat up in this game, man. The first half was a big struggle, you know. Josh got really beat up real good. The Jags defense. There's this one play, I think it was 6-3, where he got sacked and 2 Jacksonville players just landed right on top of his face helmet. I'm like, that could have been a flag there, but you know, Josh, he really toughed it out. I think he went to the blue tent. He went to the blue tent. The other Josh Allen landed on him. He went to the blue tent and wow. And you know, later on the touchdown drive, he also going through restoring motion, he banged his fingers against his offensive lineman on his offensive lineman his helmet, but he was still able to soldier on. And he also, on the touchdown run, his first touchdown run, he hyperextended his leg. I mean, but man, Josh really got banged up out there. But the most notable thing about the first half was when the Jags were trying to get a snap off, when we literally saw when there was no time on the clock, and the refs were like, there's no time on the clock, but the refs, the Zebras, they decided to give them a field goal opportunity for Cam Little. But as Rasheed Wallace said, ball don't lie, because he missed, man. He should have never had the opportunity. And you know, but it was really good. It was really good that he missed that, because there was no time on the clock. But man, another fantastic fourth quarter, because man, both teams exchanging touchdown drives. But I think the most memorable play on that, I think the last drive, there are 2 memorable plays on that last drive. I think with the back foot, when Josh Allen had the rush in his face on his back foot, and he throws it to Brandon Cooks, all that pressure in his face, and Brandon Cooks makes a great catch down the field. I think it was later on in 4th and 1. we saw the greatest tush push ever. I think Josh Allen got picked up and carried for about like 10 yards to the 4th and 1, and then he ran it in, and then the Bills defense, which we haven't seen in the past, they haven't really helped out Josh, but this time they really got it done. They helped him out, and they got the win, man. They got the tipped interception from Trevor Lawrence, but that was a really good game. I think Jacksonville is a really good team, and I think they're gonna make some more progress as the year goes on. But man, Josh Allen really shows why he's the league MVP. Now, the Eagles and the 49ers, man, that was also a great game. But apart from everything else, this game really showed to me how good Kyle Shanahan, how good of a coach he really is, because, man, with all the terrible injuries to his players, even with this game starting off, George Kittle, he popped his Achilles, stepping back to go forward. You saw the pump reverberate through his calf, through his leg. Several injuries for the 49ers. Brock Purdy misses some time. I think it was burn turf toe, and then Fred Warner, a broken and dislocated ankle, and Ayuk from torn MCL, ACL, and meniscus. And man, for him to galvanize the troops, for him to able to get his troops to say, this is the type of football we want to play and we're going to win, man, it just showed me how good of a coach and how good of a team they really have. But man, Christian McCaffrey, man, I think he was the player of the game, man. He was that guy, man. Yeah, man, he was that guy. But the Eagles offense, man, it's just mundane. It's the same thing. Kevin Patullo, he didn't do a really good job, and result of this game, he got fired. But the Eagles offense, man, this game was like a microcosm of how everything went. No really memorable explosive plays like Saquon running all over the place. When I think of that Eagles championship, I think of a dominant offensive line, and I think of Saquon just tearing every run defense apart. I mean, Saquon did have a good year, but it's nothing comparing to the championship year. So, because of that, now the passing opportunities for Jalen Hurts, they didn't really show up this year. And the offensive problems that AJ Brown was talking about all year, they reared their heads, especially at Lincoln Financial Field. Jalen Hurts, he didn't look that good this year, but man, Christian McCaffrey, as I said, the dual threat, man, and the trick play from Jennings, rolling right and throwing that touchdown to McCaffrey, that was really a good play. But the Eagles defense, they really did their job. They intercepted Brock Purdy twice, but again, the Eagles weren't able to capitalize. I think both interceptions, a punt and a field goal, 3 points, weren't able to cash in, weren't able to make the 49ers pay, Brock Purdy pay for those mistakes. But even though they didn't cash in the ultimate points as they would want to, they still had a chance. Every team, I think, leading into this game, every team that was trailing at a 2-minute warning, they were able to pull it out, they were able to get a comeback win, able to move on to the next round. But it wasn't to be so for the Eagles. And I think on the second to last play, when they run forwards over the middle, the pass comes off Devontae Smith's hands, and they get up to the line, and I think they waste so much time, and just to call a timeout, just to run the same play again. That's like doing insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting the same results over and over again. But this result of this game, it looks like a report just came out, so it looks like AJ Brown is going to be gone because he requested 3 trades, requested a trade 3 times during the season. So it looks like he's not going to be there anymore. And that game just really showed that, hey, don't call out the 49ers, man. They're a good team. And they're going to be facing the Seahawks. That's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. That's going to be a good game, man. This Sunday night game, man. This game, I don't think it was as exciting as it could have been. The defense really dominated all night. Drake May, he's had a breakthrough season, but I think some people talk about how they haven't played much of some winning teams, and I think the Chargers are giving them some problems. But that Chargers offensive line, man, garbage offensive line, man. Did you see those PFF rankings? Like, some of them were like dead last. And like, oh my gosh, man. And the Chargers defense was able to pick off Drake May in the first quarter. They were inside the 10 or on the 10, and they went for it. And I think if Keenan Allen just jumped a bit higher, I think he would have got it. But man, this game was all about the defenses, because it was a defensive struggle. Like, the Chargers offensive line, man, Justin Herbert had 31 pass attempts, and he was pressured on 30 of those attempts. I said to myself, when I saw that stat, it's like, he was under siege, lad. He was under siege. I said to myself, there is no NFL quarterback, I don't care how good they are, you pressure them on all their pass attempts, but one, they're not going to succeed, man. So NFL Twitter is just flaming him, man. But remember, some great players like Peyton, they lost all their 3 playoff games. But so it's up to that. I think there are going to be some major changes for the Chargers if they really want to win. And the Monday night game, pretty much the same. The defense, the Houston Texans defense, man. Oh man, that defense is, that defense is something to behold, because going to Acrisure Stadium, it's no longer Heinz Field, Acrisure Stadium, and the way they dominated the Steelers, man, it's like, what they dominated so good, especially defensively. But I'm not sure what's going on with CJ, man. The fumbles, and I think it was 2 fumbles and a pick. I think CJ didn't play well, because the only reason why the Steelers were still in the game in the first half was because of CJ. He's got to play better, man. He's got to help out the defense, because, like, I think single-handedly the defense was the reason why the Texans were able to beat the Steelers. I think it was the Steelers' first loss on Monday Night Football since 1991. I think it was their first 23-game win streak on Monday Night Football. It's the first time they lost in how many years? Like 30 plus years. So, and the game ended with an Aaron Rodgers pick 6. I wonder if that will be the last